What is up, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? It's Naomi from House of Miscellania going live in the afternoon because sometimes you got to do that. I'm hoping that everything is working out, that you guys can hear me, that you can okay. Yeah. That said, it's been a weird one. Um, Somebody had mentioned uh on one of my videos, hey, you should go live in the afternoon sometime. There's really nobody live in the afternoon. Everybody's in the evenings or on the weekend. And I thought, well, that's not a bad point. Maybe I should. Hi, Carol, welcome. So I decided, yeah, I think it was Carol's idea actually for me to go live in the afternoon. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to give it a try, see what happens. I think the reason that I wasn't before is just my neighborhood can be kind of high traffic in the afternoons and the dogs flip a when it comes down to people walking past and whatever. So, hi Scorpio moon. Hello, hello. How you doing? But yeah, that said, I wanted to do something in the afternoon since I believe it was Carol suggested it. And my tools, I'll go over my tools really quick. I'm hoping that see, I don't like it when it does that jumpy thing. Hold on. Let me fix something real quick. I just don't want it to jump on you guys. That'll make me upset. Let's try that. There we go. That's better. Um, so tools that I am using, really honestly, just my old trusties that I always use. I've got my Lucky Clover, my Lucky Clover butterfly effect wears, dot dot putty, smells like Lucky Charms. It's amazing. I have my, look at this. See, it keeps bumping. I don't like it. Well, I'll let you take credit for it anyway, Carol. Um, so I've got this is the Patty Wax Super Sticky Wax. Look at you pull it out of the bottom. It took me a hot minute to figure that out, you guys. So just so you don't need to, wonder like I did how that works. That is how that works. And then it flips open like a yeah. So I've got that. I have my cat proof tray. Love this thing. Um, there's one more day. Well, today and tomorrow. I think that ends the first. So maybe it's just today. Today, you can get a 20% discount on cat proof trays. If you did not buy anything from the live event, you can still get 20% off using Naomi20 for the discount code. And it's when you're checking out, there's like a little tag looking thing underneath that lets you apply a discount code. Um, okay, diamonds and thoughts. I'll see you in a little bit. Go do your call. Hi, Jay Lily. Hi, Tammy. Hello, Destiny's Garden. Hello, Sherry. Welcome, everybody. But yes, if you go right now to Catproof Trays on Etsy, you can still save 20% by putting Naomi 20 into the box where you can save or share a coupon code. Sarah will be here in a little bit. She said something about having to vacuum her floor or whatever. So that's why she's not here currently. What's up? Hey, Shay. How you doing? Um, but yeah, so I also reached a milestone, which I'm kind of excited about. I hit like mini monetization with YouTube, which I didn't know was a thing. I guess they've kind of they've laxed on some rules so that more people can be a part, which I super appreciate. Oh, my pen. Yeah. So this is actually a destashed pen, but the company is Black Wolf Woodworking. Very beautiful. I'm using this while I am waiting for my Leopard Leatherworks pen, which I have seen the blank for and am super excited about. And then I use a thin metal multiplacer from Diamond Art Club. These things are the shiz. I use a 6. I'm going to try a 7, maybe an 8, but 10 with rounds is too big. So I just end up with a mess. It's a big mess. So anyways, all that said, go get you a discount on a cat proof tray. But yeah, so monetization. I reached a mini monetization point where I can have members on the channel. I have set that up, I believe fully. I believe it's set up where you can do super chats, you can do memberships. I have one level. Ooh, bouncy. I have one level right now, anyways, just for the time being. It's $4.99. There's a bunch of perks on it. You can check that out. And there's super chats, I believe, that you can send when you're a member. It'll give you like a special thing next to your name, like a star with a color. I'm gonna have my son do some actual, like, you know, Dazzlers only sort of picture on there instead of the star. But anyway, so I set that up. If you're interested, I believe that eventually, I would like anybody who's over on the Patreon to remove your Patreon and move over to YouTube. While YouTube does not give you as much of the proceeds as Patreon does, in my mind, it's easier for everybody else to just be in one place instead of, me having to share on YouTube and then share on Patreon, and then you've got to go there for content and whatever. Like, it's a pain in the butt. When Sarah gets here, I will also have her post the link to the Discord. I figured out what was going on with the Discord and why it wasn't staying up there. Discord automatically expires links. It's a safety feature on Discord. So if you were trying to get into the Discord links I was posting, it ends up like just getting rid of it. So or deactivating it or whatever. So two things. One, if you are, and maybe I can get you a Discord link actually really quick since Sarah's not here. But one, would like you to join the Discord if you're interested in joining the Discord. I will get a linky for that. Let's see, where is it? Invite people with that. There we go. Hydrangea garden birds. Ooh, and a Hannah Lynn. All right. So if you're interested in joining the Discord, that link will work at least for the next hour. That'll get you into the Discord. And then if you are a Patreon member and you are interested in being a member, then you can go ahead if you'd like to bring your membership over here. Even if your membership was $20 or $15, for now, at least, I think that you're going to find that $5 price point is fair. I feel like it gives kind of the best of both worlds between the two. There is not a live stream on there yet. I'll work on some other levels, but I thought that would be a good intro price to anybody who wanted to be a member. And then you don't have to move around. So all of that kind of housekeeping stuff aside, I think I'm going to start on my ABs actually on this one. I am working on Story Time by Amy Brown from Diamond Art Club. Cute little dragon. I've kind of got until the end of the day to finish because this is technically my April dragon and I haven't, I found it, okay, it was very weird. I did not realize until well into, I think, March, that Katie is also doing a dragon a month. So hi, Katie, if you're watching. We're watching on the replay. So I guess we're both doing dragons. I mean, I haven't shown anything off yet. And my first few dragons are, I think I have a couple of whatever. So I promise I wasn't trying to snipe your idea. I didn't even realize it until kind of late that you were also doing that. So sorry. But yeah, so anyways, trying to get a dragon done for every month. And I'm about, I would say 2/3 of the way through this guy. He's very cute. Very, very cute. You're not seeing, okay. Well, when you see the join button come up, I am working on, hold on. Maybe I have to set up like a welcome message before it'll let me do that. I got it. I got it. I got it. I know what I'll do. I'll snag the one from Patreon and just kind of, yeah, I'll do that because then that way I think it'll set it up. Let me try it. Because that was the one thing I didn't do is post a welcome message. Great, one members only community post. There we go. Blam. Let's try that. Okay. Let me try and see if that did anything. Maybe. Maybe. Announce your membership. Sometimes, man. Yeah, I don't know. Done. Okay. I think it might now let you see it. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Scorpio Moon. I figure, you know. For those who are in on the stream right now, Diamonds and Thoughts, I know she said she jumped over to do a like a conversation with her husband. She is a new YouTuber. She's got all kinds of really cool content over on her channel. And I would really appreciate it if you could go over and give her a watch, decide if you want to sub. She's just, Marissa is the sweetest thing since cherry pie. And definitely go and give her a listen, give her channel some love. She's good stuff. And I know that right now, if you are also another new YouTuber, she's looking for somebody to do kind of like a I watch yours, you watch mine, and we can give each other tips and tricks. You know, like, oh, I liked this about your intro. I like that about your I like that about your video, whatever. She's looking for somebody to like swap kind of constructive criticism with. So, you know. Oh, and Dragon Wing Diamonds is doing one too. Well, good. Okay. So we're not alone. It is Year of the Dragon. Good. But yeah, go over and check out Diamonds and Thoughts. She's just sweet and lovely and very supportive. Yeah. No, you're not gonna cry. No crying in baseball. But go show her some love, you guys. Not right now. You can wait until the end of the live. Or you could open another tab, but don't run away. So yeah, there wasn't much going on YouTube in the afternoons. So I thought, okay, let's give it a try and see what happens. I mean, what I was really concerned about, like I said, was the dogs like going bat crap and barking at everything that they see. But I mean, knock wood, so far they've been quiet. We're just gonna hope that continues and kind of go from there. Look at this, you guys. I'm doing ABs right now with Dirty Putty from Butterfly Effect Wares, and they just come right off. Now, granted, it's rounds. I don't know if I feel like there's almost like a different coating on the rounds than there are the squares. Marissa's channel is Diamonds and Thoughts. Now, if you hover over her picture and you click it, like it should take you right over to her channel. But critique partner, thank you. She's looking for a critique partner. I couldn't think of the word. But yeah, there's not much happening on YouTube in the afternoon. So for diamond painters anyway. So I thought, well, what the heck? Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot and see what happens. I am both trying to pay attention to the live and to the diamond painting. So if I miss you, Just say hey again, like, hey, you missed me. Say hello to me, dang it. I'm lonely over here. Because I don't know where Sarah is. She's hiding. She on yet? Sarah, where are you? Sarah, I need you. She's hiding. I don't know. But anyways, not going through StreamYard this time. Guess what I found out, guys? That apparently if you use up 24 hours on StreamYard, they make you wait a month unless you want to buy a membership. Whoops. I used it all in one go. That's okay. That's okay. I don't have any giveaways specifically today. We're going to see how well we can get some attendance on the afternoon lives. And if I can get some good attendance on afternoon lives, then we'll do prizes and things. I have ideas about that. Ideas about that. You put in diamonds. Okay, question, Marissa. I know that. Let me see if I can link you. Hold on a minute. We'll try to do her channel. Diamonds. Sometimes YouTube is real bad about showing small channels to people, and I don't really care for that so much. Let me go to my subscriptions, and I know you posted today. So let's see if I can find, because it's important. Okay, here we go. All right, let's try this. Try this right here. Bam. There you go. Try that out and see if that link works for you to get to her page. And go give her a sub. She's fun to listen to. Plus, you get to see videos of cute puppies. That's always good. Everybody loves puppies. Right? Yay. Hello, NC Mom Life. Oh, thank you. You binge watched all my videos. I appreciate that. I hope they were worth binge watching. I know some people have told me that they'll put on my playlists and they'll just go to sleep to my WIP and chats because there's a few of them now. So I don't know whether to feel good or bad about that. Feel good or bad about that. But I'll take the watch hours all day long. You want to put it on and go to sleep? Totally fine by me. Go for it. I've been told that I have, like, the timbre of my voice is not too high and not too low, so I'm not too scary to listen to while sleeping. The live event, I feel like there were several people, they had it going while they were sleeping. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, I feel like even there's a new sneak peeker coming up on the roster, and with her channel, it's like, well, to be fair though, her name is like a song, so I guess Diamonds and Thoughts is a Pearl Jam song, or it comes up with Pearl Jam. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate that. That you said I have a soothing voice. So that's what came up with me. Yeah, I figured I would do like a couple hours in the afternoon on Tuesday, maybe more if it works out, because I'm always diamond painting, you guys. Like, but it's also going to depend on like what happens with the job situation. So we're gonna play it by ear until we get things figured out. Is it showing a membership yet? Did it show anything about a membership now that I've put up a welcome or whatever? And sorry if my like anything cuts out or goes nuts or whatever. It keeps telling me that, oh, your streaming may be different than normal, and yet I go and look and it says my stuff is excellent. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What's up, Val? How is it going? You don't see it? Okay. Well, maybe it needs 24 hours or something. I'll mess with it later, but watch for a membership to come up. It'll be $4.99. And I figure that it's going to give you kind of a good mix between a couple of tiers that are on Patreon. And then that way I can just move everything over to YouTube and it's easier. Now, while yes, like I said, YouTube does take a larger chunk than Patreon does. Um, I feel like uh it's just easier for everybody. Nope, still nothing. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there. But I'll be putting a message over on the Patreon too. Once I start seeing some things open up too, because I can use one of my dummy accounts and open it up, take a look, whatever. So when I see it, I'll let you know, and then I'll put something up on the Patreon like, hey, it's time, move on over. And then I did post a link to the Discord up in the chat notes. Whenever Sarah finally decides to show up. No, it's phone. It's my stuff. It does that sometimes, even though it tells me I have an excellent connection and my stream is healthy. I don't get why it does that. And it's not even all the time. It'll happen for a little while and then it'll stop. No, it's not your phone. It's the stream. I don't know why it's doing it. I've not yet figured that out because I'm not doing anything extra special. I do try to close out all of my other tabs and things too, but I had to open a few to get you guys some information. So anyway, there. I have everything else closed, and my kiddo is not on the VR or whatever. We checked on that. So I don't know. Hopefully it will stop very, very soon. If it keeps going, do let me know though. But anyways, so yeah, it hit mini monetization. That was exciting. You guys, I thought that the tick problem was bad like a couple of days ago when we went walking. We had our lawn mowed because I hate mowing the lawn. Oh, you're very welcome, Sherry. I'm happy that I can't remember who it was that asked me to do a live in the afternoon, but thank you for asking, and I'm happy to do it. I wasn't doing anything anyways except diamond painting by myself, so whatever. Now we can diamond paint together. Um, but yeah, so I hate mowing the lawn. Dustin does not love mowing the lawn, but he'll do it. We have this neighborhood kid that was like oh, it was you. Okay, thank you, Sherry. Neighborhood kid who, he's looking for some extra cash, whatever. Young kid, maybe 12 years old, something like that. And I figure, look at you, young entrepreneur. Let me help you out. And so that was my fault. Got stuck. So I was like, yeah, let me help you out. We give him, 10, $15 to mow the lawn. Well, he mowed the lawn, and now every day or two, I'll find a tick on me. Dustin will find a tick on him. This morning, Beans shook his head, and I mean, he's been treated, so I'm not sure what's up with that, but he shook his head, and a tick flies off of him, and it's all fat, gross, looks like a freaking pinto bean, disgusting. Onto the floor, and I pick it up with some toilet paper and I throw it in the toilet and flush it. Well, then I'm like, all right, I better check them just to see what's what. And I pulled another 3 unattached ticks off of his neck. It's like, wow, we've had rain though, and I think that's kind of part of it. So we're just trying to limit the going out or going to the bathroom quick, coming back in, not really hanging out in the yard too long. Because holy crap, he's bringing them in and then they're getting on us, or they're, they're not on the other dogs. I don't know why, but I'm thinking maybe I've got to hit him twice or with more of the stuff for his, for the tick treatment or whatever, because he is a giant dog. I mean, and by giant, I mean giant breed. He weighs about, I think he's up to like 115. I haven't weighed him in a little bit, but he's over a year. He's about 115 probably pounds, maybe a little more. And so, when you get that kind of stuff, it goes per weight and all of that. So I thought I bought stuff for large breed, but maybe that wasn't enough. So I'm gonna have to see if I need to add for poundage or whatever, because I can only use a half of a small dog one on Sugar because she weighs like 2 pounds. She's tiny. And maybe whatever's extra left over I can use for him. I don't know. I gotta check. Yeah, hit that like button. Thank you, Scorpio Moon. Hit that like button if you like. We got 10 likes and 15 viewers. We can do better than that. What's up, Cat? So, okay. Cat, I'm technically monetized now. And soon it's going to be showing a membership. I forgot. That was the part I did not mention. Hey Chantel, what's up? It is a Pyrenees, a Great Pyrenees. I called the members Dusty Dazzlers just for you. Dusty Dazzlers. And if you watch the live, you will 100% understand what that means. If you did not watch the live, you might be a little lost. It's okay. We've decided that a group of diamond painters is called a dazzle. And so therefore we didn't want to go with anything real complicated to name the fans of Miscellania. So we didn't want to call you like Miscellaneans or something. That's hard to write out. So we went with Dazzlers. So yeah, you'll be Dusty Dazzlers. If you know, you know. Certain Lindas are not invited. Just Lindas who are married to Hectors. They're really not invited to the member program, but that's just because she's uptight and she can't handle us. It's okay. Hi, Chrissy's. Now, please, I know is it Hayed Adventures? What's HAED? I want to know what that means. Because I'm assuming that's what are those called? An acronym? Yeah, is that's an acronym for something? But yeah, so I don't know why it's not showing yet. I'll look into it. I just got everything set up for monetization and membership today, so it should be popping up before too terribly long. And then I feel like if you were going to do the Patreon, but you weren't sure, whatever, I feel like it's a really good mix of a couple of the different levels on there. It's $4.99, so it's not anything crazy. You'll be able to do super chats. What's up, Sue? No, where's Kitju? Where's that? Heaven and Earth. Thank you. Thank you, Shay. I appreciate it because I would have been lost. Take the sweatshirt or sweater off and like roasting. Ugh. So I decided to do like maybe a 2 hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. I've got to go to my oldest. She has a concert tonight at college. Her orchestra group that she's in, has a concert and she has a singing solo with it. And so if I don't go, she'll come find me and destroy me. So I'm gonna make sure I go to that. So I'll be cutting out at it'll be about 5:45, 6 o'clock my time, which is about 2 hours, an hour from now. So we've got time. We've got time. Somebody recommended, it was Sarah. Sarah recommended that I do the next live, 24-hour live on my sober birthday. And I thought, yeah, that'd be great. But I usually do a trip on my sober birthday. So I don't know. But that said, I could do it in July, Did I get your email? If you sent it like very recently, no, I did not. But I will go take a peeky at that. Oh, ugh. Okay, so static. Yeah, I noticed I'm assuming you're in Kid Up? Kid Up hell. Oof. Yikes. I need to do a kit down of I'm like, you guys. She plays upright bass. Um, I need to do a kit down of Ajisai, but you guys, I'm so like sad about it. It's like if I kid her down, she's done, like totally done. You know what I mean? Like that experience, that whole experience is wrapped. You know what I mean? It's a wrap. And that makes me sad. That was like the live event. That's been a really great last 2 weeks of my life have been Ajisai. And so if I kid her down, she's done. Like she's good. She's good to go. And that kind of sort of makes me bummed. I'm just trying to get this last row here from under the paper. So I'm like, I need to kit her down, but part of me is like, no, if you kit her down, it's done, it's over. It's the end of the road, as Boys to Men would say. So I'm like, I'm a little sad about that. But at the same time, I'm ready to move on. Okay, so I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it a yeah, we do have chroma. And that's the thing, like, I don't know. I'm also this one that I'm working on right now is story time. This one I've been working on honestly since like end of March. I kitted it up March 22nd. Yeah, thank you, Carol. It is beautiful. Hello, bonjour, Melanie. Hello, hello. And hey, hey, hi, Doc Nickel. I didn't see you earlier. I had a blast at that live though. And so I feel like, working on something. Yeah, I got to do something. And I'm always diamond painting, you guys. Like if I'm like I'm usually like I'll jump on the Twitch in the middle of the dang night. The other night I feel like I was on there with Scorpio Moon for uh forever. Okay, my perks were in review and then they were just approved. Um and then okay. I'm just looking at your message really quick, Scorpio Moon. Do 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 do. Oh, okay. Waiting for the okay. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And yes, I have some plans for some giveaways too. Yeah. Thank you for sending that. And Ajisai was like, ugh, that kit, man. And Chroma is stunning, unbelievably gorgeous, unbelievably gorgeous. And the reason that I'm like kind of like, well, I just flicked that somewhere. Somewhere in the room is now an AB. That's been happening. Um, so I want to kit up Chroma right away, but the problem is, and I'm gonna call it, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Definitely mystery kit won that vote. Like there's no way anybody could go in there and count the 6 2s and then decide that uh even though I would love it to, that Deep won that particular face to face. That face off, I should say. That face off is done. So yeah, I got to kit up a mystery kit, a Jada Gem Shop, and it's also a square. And then I've got Grand Canal and Basilica Venice is just sort of sitting there lonely, waiting for me to do something with it. And that's also square. But what I did notice about the chroma is that's actually got quite a bit of color blocking in it. I was a little bit surprised. Not a single AB on that kit. Not one. Not a what world do we live in? What world is this? Where Diamond Art Club made a kit without a single AB. Lots of specials, but no ABs. Not a one. So I also thought about kitting up Chroma, but then I would have basically all the squares forever. I mean, granted, I do also have Magical Moonlighters kitted up and whatnot. So yeah, I think you guys, I think, because I don't see it on my wish list anymore. Now in your stash. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Moon Eater, I'm told, is a lot of confetti. Is that correct, Kat? I've heard that the background is a lot of confetti. Um, you got it for her. Oh, I'm sorry, Carol. That's hard. That's really hard. Today is your birthday, and you got a succulent. Love it. Well, you'll have to let me know what kind. Dustin will give you all of the deets on what to do with this freaking succulent. He came in here 3 times yesterday. 3 times. Okay. I'm in here diamond painting. Who was I talking to? I was on the phone with Sarah, and he'd come in here every, like, I don't know, hour. Look at this. It's opening. It's got a flower opening. Why is there? Oh, there we go. He's like, it's got a flower opening on it. Look at this flower. Look at it's open more. It's opening as we speak. I'm like, that's how flowers work, Dustin. He's going nuts over this freaking flower. I was like, oh no. Oh no. You goofy. Speaking of Sarah, I wonder where she is. Hope she's okay. She said she was going to vacuum and jump on, but it's okay. It's okay. She's got a real life too, you guys. I can't be mad at her. Um, but yeah, you'll have to let me know what kind of succulent it is, and I'll give you I'll have Dustin write up a report on what to do with that succulent. Holy crap. Oh my god. Fête et toi. Ooh. Ooh, little French. Bon fête et toi. Did I say that right? I hope it was okay. My pronunciations can be leave something to be desired. I did a little French in school, and then I switched over to Spanish. Not for any other reason than, and this is terrible to say out loud, but I hated the teacher. I hated the French teacher. I could not stand her. And so I was like, no, forget this. I'm going to French or going to Spanish from French. So even though I wanted to learn French, that was the language I wanted to learn, I went to Spanish. Just did not like the teacher. That was a gajillion years ago. Sarah's here. Happy birthday. Everybody loves a birthday. You know what a birthday is? Tell her I'm here. There she is. There she is. Welcome, Sarah. What were you doing? That was a long time vacuuming your floor. You vacuumed the neighbor's carpet too? That was nice of you. Giving you a hard time. But yeah, so my daughter's concert is at her college, and she plays upright bass. She started on cello. And then the music teacher at the time, gosh, she was in middle school, I believe. I think she was in middle school. And the music teacher asked her if she would switch to upright bass because they had no upright bass players. And she was like, yeah, I guess I'll give it a try. Because she's always been musically inclined, always. I'll take credit for that. I think she gets it from mom. Definitely does not get it from her dad. He's not a musician, he's an artist. And anyway, she starts doing the upright bass, and she fell in love with it. I mean, just absolutely. She said she felt like this was the instrument that I was meant to play. And I know the reason why. The upright bass in an orchestra is what holds down the beat. They hold down the entire show. They're responsible when the beat is off. They're responsible, like, if you notice that a show is kind of going off the rail, or a concert is going off the rails, it's probably because their bassist is not able to get back control of the group, because they are the ones who hold down the beat. Like, they hold down the whole show. And I feel like she is just as much of a control freak as her mother is. And so she probably absolutely loves the fact that her playing is what holds down the rest of the show. Because she absolutely loves it. Oh, you had to empty the canister and then re-vacuum I've been there. Paris. Oh, Paris is a beautiful one. In your youth, it was barf days after party. Yes, yes, Melanie. Yes, I remember those days very, very well. Birthday. Oh, you did a drum roll right before right before she walked in. Yes. This is her last concert at college. Tomorrow, I get to go to an event. She was invited to an honors event. And so tomorrow she receives her honors award. She doesn't know what is involved, but she is actually going to go for a fifth year, um, completely paid for. She's been on the dean's list every year since she was a freshman. And so she's been on the dean's list, and so she um she's been doing like whatever loans she could do. Wrote an essay or what have you, um because she's running everything for her FAFSA off of my income. So because I'm not working right now, that works in her favor, because they're judging everything on that. And she wrote an essay regarding wanting, like, what she wants to do when she's done with college, what she plans to achieve, the fact that she wants to work with disadvantaged children or in a disadvantaged neighborhood or area. She wrote this essay, and she was not aware, but the financial aid department at her school decided to send that off to some like scholarship thing. She has a free ride for her fifth year, where she's going to do some more specialized stuff in the music program, and she will be studying under and a TA for her music professors. She's going to be like, her fifth year is going to be her teaching year, which she's super, super stoked about. I'm pretty sure I think she's going to stay in the dorms for that, because her boyfriend goes to the same college, different program, psychology major like she was, but same program. I think they're going to do the dorm again, but I don't know. Yes, and I am big proud. I am incredibly proud. And yes, please wish your youngest a happy birthday. My girl, she is my twin. Like, she's my twin spirit, my twin soul. Um my son is definitely his dad's son. I mean, in looks, in attitude, uh in anxiety, in everything that he is his father's son. That is for sure. Um but yeah, my daughter, she is like the apple of my eye, you know what I mean? Like, she's my little twin. She's just she definitely was attached to my hip like forever and ever. Yeah, Michelle says hit that like button, y'all. We got 19 likes and 24 viewers. It's okay if you don't. If you don't like it, it's okay. I ain't mad at you. It's all right. Um, but 29, that's a big deal though. I remember 29 was like figuring myself out and deciding like, holy crap, like this is real, like real, I'm an adult. But 39 messed me up bad. Like, that was a whole year of revelations of every kind. I got sober, my mom died. Like, 39 was a year. Would not revisit it, but very glad to have had it. I could have had no birthday, so can't complain too hard about that. Um yeah, I remember 29 was a big deal. Was like, that's when you discover that you're really an adult now. Like, there's no excuse. You can't say, "Well, I was in my 20s," you know? You can't say that. You cannot say that. I won't lose my workroom for another year. Well, but No, she comes back. She's coming back in a couple weeks, actually, like the 12th, I think. So I gotta boot scoot boogie my stuff out of here, and then she'll go back to school after summer break. So I won't have another chance to get back up here until August, I think, something like that. So no, I gotta move my workspace downstairs. Gotta do it. Yeah, yeah, very much a dark night of the soul. Wow, Beans. Okay. What you just flipped out about. Beans, Beans. Go downstairs and do that. I don't know, unless you barking up here. Well, I looked at my wish list, you guys, on Amazon because I was like, I was looking at it because I was going to add some things and I couldn't remember what I'd put on there. Um, so I added a couple of things, just for S's and G's, as they say. And the chair is not on there. So either a chair is going to come to my house, or B, I messed something up and it's gone now. So I don't know. I guess to be continued on that. So either somebody bought me a chair or I do not know. Did it show up? Maybe she's having issues. I know she's driving. She's working, driving and working. If she showed up, I missed her. Whoop, sorry. Bumped you. Where did that just go? Let go. Yes, the years be yearing. All of the years, man. All of the years. They just since COVID really it's I mean, and that was oh my god, and that was the thing too, you guys. Okay. So I get sober in 2019 in July. We locked down in March of 2020, right? Was that 2020? Yeah. We locked down in March of 2020. I started working, thank God. But oh my lord, it was just like everything went completely nutball for 2, 3 years. I didn't know what life was. My oldest didn't get a graduation. She didn't get a prom. She didn't get anything. Not even they didn't even do a virtual graduation for them. They did like a they did like a what do you call it? They had like on one of our public broadcast channels in town, they did like a picture scroll through of all the graduates. That was what they got for their graduation. It was so lame. Everybody else in town, there's right down the street from me here. There's our stadium is like 4 blocks from me. And the people who graduate normally, they get the whole walk the thing, whatever, and they get fireworks. I know because my dog flips booty about it twice because we have 2 high schools in town and that's where they do them. That's where they do their graduations. And my dog flips butt. So I know that there's 2. Um, but yeah, they get fireworks and everything and nothing. Nothing at all. 25 was your midlife crisis birthday. Oof, yeah. My sweet summer child. Unless you're older than that. I was gonna say, wait, no, I'm like, wait a minute, you and I are the same age. That can't be right. Why you don't know why it was 25? Yeah, for me it was first it was 29 was like, I can't get away with any of this childhood crap no more. Not really. And by that point I was a mom of 2. At 29 I was raising 2 kids and whatever and it was like, no, I'm really 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 an adult now. And then 39 blew my mind. It messed me up. I remember I was having and like I'm pagan, so I see signs and coincidences and whatever where there probably are none. It's probably just my whole imagination and that's okay. Let me live my fantasy. Um but there just kept being these messages. One was the number 0. The number 0 kept coming up. And I couldn't figure out why the number 0 was significant. But 0 is a beginning. 0 is a starting. 0 is it's the fool, it's the chance to learn, it's everything, right? Zero. And so there was a lot of that. I remember I was on a walk with Dustin right before I got sober. It was almost like a God moment, like if I were Christian, it would be a God moment or a Jesus wink or whatever they call it, where, you know, just something, it's almost like God or Allah or Yahweh or whomever that you believe in is like speaking to you, like just sending you a flick to the face or the nose, like, listen to me. I've been talking to you, listen to me. And it was like the month before I got sober. And yeah, 55 would be hard. Hold on a minute. Let me see what in the heck he's barking at. Beans. What's the problem? Beans. Hey guys. I'm not alive. Can you try not to let him bark and freak out, please? Yeah, he's up here. All the dogs are up here. Dad's home? Oh, okay. Well, if y'all could grab the dogs, that'd be great. Come on. Come on. Sorry. My kids are like, the dogs are upstairs? Like, no, they're barking from the neighbor's house. Where the fuck do you think they are? Sorry, language, naughty. Anyways, um, we go for a walk, and walking, that's something that like Dustin and I are very um adamant about doing. We love to walk. We love to, talk about life, and that's where we figure crap out, right? No, can definitely not recover like rock stars anymore. That's for dang sure. Um, but we're on this walk, and I remember talking to him about just how I felt like everything in life was imploding. I remember I was not yet sober at this point. I was considering it in my own heart and in my own mind, but because nobody else knew, I had nobody to talk to about it, whatever. And I remember telling him like I felt like I was losing myself, like I was just falling away from where I should be and what I should be doing. And hey Laura, what's going on? Um and all of a sudden this man, like this grizzled old man, wanders, and I've taken to calling him Old Man River because the walk that we were on was like the path, the Ice Age trail next to the river. So I call him Old Man River, which is both funny and serious at the same time. But he comes wandering out of the woods, and he looks like he's probably down on his luck, homeless, possibly, whatever. And he just kind of gives a very kind, hey, how you doing? In Wisconsin, it's very customary for, if you see somebody on the bike trail or whatever, you say hello, you acknowledge somebody else's existence. It's what you do. Well, he says hello to us, and we knew that it was like wild onion and morel season because it was May. So it was 2 months before I got sober because it was May. And oh, a fractured knee. Yeesh. Good luck on that. Yikes. Um so anyways, we say hello. We're like, "Oh, you finding any mushrooms or onions?" And he's like, "Yeah, I got a few morels, nothing too serious. I'm still looking though." He's like he's like I he's like it's an odd thing to get older. And so here I'm perking up listening because here's this older dude about to tell me about getting older. And he's like, it's odd getting older. When I was a younger man, I used to come out on these trails. I'd find a bunch of morels, I'd take them home, and I'd saute them up. And, I had a community of, like a retirement community near my home. I'd saute up these morels and I would take them to this community, and uh, I'd spend some time with the elderly people there. And, you know, I used to do stuff like that. I'd take them into my job by the pound. I used to be a fry cook at a restaurant, and They told me I wasn't allowed to do it anymore. I'd do it anyways. I'd take these mushrooms in and mushrooms and wild onions in, and I'd fry them up, and I'd take them to people that I knew were on hard times and spend some time with them. He's like, it's funny getting old because now I look at life and here I am still picking these mushrooms, but I'm the one on hard times, and I don't know if there's going to be somebody there to, kind of take care of me. And I ended up exchanging information with him, like, hey, like if there's something that we can do, or if I can put you in contact with somebody, whatever. But it was one of those weird, like I said, like a God wink moments. What's up, Marilyn? Doc Nickel, I have a story right after this I want to tell you. Um, and I ended up hugging the guy afterward. I was like in tears by the end of the conversation because we were just talking about, like turnabout. You know what I mean? Like we live our lives on this earth, we take care of people, and people will take care of us, you know? And that struck me so hard, so hard. And I realized in that walk, in that moment, that like I wasn't doing a good job of taking care of me. And how in the hell am I going to take care of anybody else if I can't take care of myself? Like, yeah, I had my kids and I was doing the best I could while drug-addled trying to do it, but I was not taking care of me. And it took some random down on his luck homeless guy in the woods to point that out to me, and I got sober the next couple of months. And I'm so glad that I did, because I wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? I would not be here if it weren't for him. And just that moment. And Dustin afterward, he could see how affected I was by the conversation, like just how much it struck me. And he smiles at me like he understands, he knows. And I'm just like dumbstruck. You know what I mean? Like I can't believe that just happened. It was really messed up, but in a good way. Doc, my mother-in-law, also a nurse, was at work, and there was a big wet spot on the floor, and of course it's linoleum because it's a hospital, and she slid in it and broke her knee. And yeah, of course, like you get your workman's comp, um but it she now like was working 60-hour work weeks and banking and overtime, and now she's not working. She had to retire. It messed things up that much. So I hope that's not the case for you. Cuz she hates sitting at home. She hates it. But same thing happened. Same thing. That she got injured at work while nursing. I checked in on him a couple of times and he seems to be doing okay. It seems like he had a little bit of a luck turnaround. Um he's staying at like essentially like a place, an assisted, not an assisted living, but like an independent living for adults, veterans specifically. He was able to get in on a program. Um So, he's doing okay, which is good because I talked to him after that because he had no freaking idea that I was having issues with sobriety and whatever. But I talked to him about it afterward and told him how affecting that day was to me. And then shortly thereafter, after I met him and I got sober, that's when I started working with senior citizens because I got to thinking about like, God, when it's my turn, I hope you take care of me. And so I was like, "No, I'm gonna go take care of people because I want somebody to make sure that they take care of me when it's my turn." Yeah, it was very affecting. Very, very affecting for a lot of what I chose to do in my life. Oh, good. Oh my goodness. Chantel, to answer your question, no, you're not imposing. I talk about it a lot. Um, I was one of the people that when opiate like when the oxycodone started to really get flooded on the market because they were trying to market it as less addictive than any other opiate, yada, 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 and doctors were getting kickbacks and all of that fun stuff. I was addicted to pills. I never ventured into anything else, thank God. I mean, that doesn't make me any better of an addict than anybody else. So just because I was taking them in pill form and not snorting them or switching over to heroin or anything like that does not make me a better addict than any other addict. So put that right out there right now. Um, but that was my drug of choice, was opiates. Um, and I get, no, not my drug of choice, my drug of no choice. So now if I'm gonna have to have a surgery or things like that, I can't do it with any sort of an opiate medication. I've got to do it ibuprofen. If I gotta have a surgery or if I've got to have whatever, nope, I got to do it. I got to do it sober. I can't, because I could end up right back where I was, and that's not even an option. Because by the time that I got sober, I mean, when I was getting them from my doctor, I was getting them in bottles this size. I don't know who couldn't become addicted from that. And then at the end, I was taking a bottle that size of opiates, eating that many at a time. How am I alive? Could not tell you. Don't even know. Shouldn't be. Should not be here. Should not be here today. I'm only 5'2". I only weighed 105 pounds. I've put on weight since then, since I stopped making my breakfast, lunch, and dinner, opiate medications. But I would like to say I don't know. I'm healthy. I'm healthy now. Healthier weight. But nobody can sustain that. You know what I mean? It's not sustainable. Um, but yeah, that I don't blame my doctor. I mean, obviously the choices that I made were my choices, but it was definitely helped along. Thank you, Melanie. I I wish I worked in the mental health, addiction, social services field. That's what I want to do when I have some things I got to pay off and some amends I need to make, and then I will school. But I hit 5 years, God willing, higher power willing, whatever, God, goddess, all that, Yahweh, Allah. I will hit 5 years in July on the 6th. Heathens. Little. Thank you. I'm glad that I figured it out before I died too, because it really could have been it really could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse. So I'm grateful that I got my life squared away before that. Because it could have been a much worse situation. I have 1 5 right there that I missed. I hate that. I hate when it happens. And there's lots of people out there that they're suffering in silence, and I had myself convinced, because I have legitimate back issues, right? I have legitimate back problems, but I had convinced myself that the reason that I was taking them in more and more and more is because I was in so much pain, and I was. But the problem is that when you're on those medications, what's happening is you become more and more and more and more, what's the word I'm looking for? You your body gets used to it, right? You adapt, and so you need more and more and more to feel anything from it. So you need to take more in order to feel it. And what also happens is the opiate causes so much pain in your body when you withdraw from it that you need more of it. It's a really ugly cycle. So I had myself convinced that I needed to take all of these meds because I was in so much pain. But I was in so much pain because I was taking all of those meds. Thank you guys. I super appreciate that. Um it was an ugly, ugly cycle. And it wasn't until myself, like, okay, but Naomi, you've gone beyond, wow, motorcycle. You've gone beyond what is normal, beyond, well beyond what is normal. And So yeah, I had to first convince myself that like it wasn't just me. Because who takes a bottle a day? Like, is that normal? No, of course that's not normal. But I had to really convince myself of that crap. And so I don't know, I worry. There was a person at my work, a lady about my age, maybe a little younger, and same situation, back problems, she was on fistfuls of medication from her doctor prescribed, fentanyl patches and all of that crap. And, she would run herself out before her prescription was out, and she would tell me how, she was struggling, whatever, and she's got to call the doctor because um she's out of medication, and she's got to talk to him about, upping her dose or upping her amount or whatever. And I'm like, girl, that's a dangerous place. That's how you get really deep in. No, it's not. It's really not a problem, but it is a problem because all opiates are addictive. It doesn't matter who you are. No, she didn't want to buy it. And I don't know where she is now or what she's doing, but I do. Yeah, immune. Yeah. And I worry about her. I really worry about her. But I also can't be responsible for every human on the planet. So as much as I gave her what was an addict of any kind is also not going to stop until they're ready to stop. That's that's just the long and short of it. What am I smelling? That dog really just came up in here, farted, and left. Beans just literally came in here, crop dusted me, and left the room. I cannot believe that. I am offended. What a jerk. What a jerk. He's not welcome in here anymore, damn it. Pyrenees are terrible. I love them, but they're terrible. What the hell? And you're right, it has to be her choice. I can't make anybody sober any more than I can, you know what I mean, fix their life for them. So I hope that whatever she's doing, she's going to figure her life out. I just hope it doesn't have to be an overdose before that happens, because that is exactly how it started for me. Dude, yeah. I'm happy to be working on a round for a minute because I know the next project I'm working on definitely is going to be the mystery from Jada Gem Shop. That definitely won in the votes. Like there's no way you can go in there and pretend that it's anything else. So I'm gonna enjoy this round while I have it, and then I'm gonna kit up. I gotta kit down Ajisai. I've got to kit down. Do I have another one to kit down? No, no, just Ajisai. I gotta kit down Ajisai, and then I wanna see if I can finish this one. I think I might be able to um possibly finish it tonight because I go a little bit cuckoo nuts, you guys. When I start working on a painting and I really like nose down, like to get it in, I can get a lot done in a very short time. So I'm hoping I can get him done tonight, and then I will move on to it's just so confetti heavy is the problem. I know it doesn't seem like it should be, but it really, really is. Because Amy Brown art is all watercolor too. Yeah, yeah. And I went to NA after I got out of inpatient rehab. I lived at NA and AA meetings until I started working. But it was like 9 months before I started working. I focused only on recovery. I told my family, I'm sorry, right now, recovery is my only job that I have just to stay sober and whatever it takes. And there's my little yappy dog barking. And I feel like they understood, you know what I mean? Like they had been to see me in rehab and whatnot. So I think they got it that that was what I needed to do, but yep. And that's the other thing. Like when a person called me out on Reddit like that I was peacocking addiction style when I shared a picture of my stash, I was like, "Oh, well, no. No. Um I know a real addiction. This has never caused me to do anything like, steal from my family or uh put diamond painting before everything else in my life. Like, no. Good try though. Yeah, that person agitated me real bad and then wanted to fight about it. And I was like, listen, I really appreciate that you want to talk about it on here, but like that's really not the forum for it. If you want to send me a private message, we can have a conversation. No, you think they sent a private message? No. They wanted to bait me and I didn't take the bait. And so they deleted their posts and went about their life, I guess. Kind of funny though. Going slower, get your money's worth. Yeah, I hear that. Welcome back. Oh, teacher conferences. Yeah, that's a thing that exists. I don't have to do those too much anymore. My senior in high school, we had one, and that was more or less just to update us on whether or not he was on track for graduation. And actually, he just finished his last official, like, regular class last week. So now all he has to do is finish up his ed credits, and then he's also going to graduate. I'm going to do, my kids said yes to do a co graduation party, which saves me a lot of time, I'll tell you that much. So we're gonna do a co-graduation party for both kids so that they can both invite their friends to the same thing. And they're only 4 years apart, 4.5-ish years apart. So really like their friends are all, roughly same ages or whatever. And they've always been close as siblings after the little kid stuff has been done and over with for a long time, but they don't fight like that anymore. Not for a long time. 3 years. Well, I mean, hey, it takes what it takes, you know? It takes what it takes. But I'll tell you, man, the 5 days I spent in detox, that was like prison. Oh, that was the worst. I hated that so hard, but it was necessary. I needed to be supervised while detoxing. There's no way I could have done that at home alone. Oop, sorry. Dropped my pen. And then I like decided to splash diamonds everywhere. Um, there's no way I could have done that at home by myself. I would my willpower is not great enough. So I was essentially like in a locked facility because there's no way. I don't have the willpower to deal with that kind of pain and then being sick on top of it and everything else that goes along with it. Nope. It's ugly. It is ugly. Detoxing is not a pretty thing. That's for sure, but it was 100% necessary. And I'm just really lucky too that my family was very supportive of everything. An Amazon exclusive DAC round. Ooh, which one though? Hard to pick. I would have a hard time choosing. Okay, I know what one I would pick. Okay? It's a small one. And it's a little frog. And it's a frog that's in front of a bunch of there's like mushrooms, I think, around it. Like sitting around a bunch of mushrooms. And here's why. Okay, so this tattoo, I can't really turn my arm around to show you, but this tattoo right here, it's a frog and it's got a little speech bubble with a heart. And then it's got the years for my mom's birthday and then the day she died, which was the 6th of March. Um, I got that tattoo the day after my mom died. And the reason that I did was one, because for me, like people are cutters or whatever, they'll cut themselves. I was never a cutter. well, I was for a while, and then I started getting tattoos. Um, and I understand the cutting. It's sorry, trigger warning. I'm sorry. I should have mentioned that. Um, I was never a person really to do that after tattoos because that same sensation I would get from tattoos. So instead of hurting myself, I got a tattoo the day after my mom passed. And um this particular tattoo, the reason I got it, a frog, my mom was also a recovering alcoholic. And she when she decided to um, get into recovery, she got a teeny tiny little frog tattooed behind her ear. And to her, it stood for FROG, fully rely on God. Because, of course, when you're in the program, you're supposed to rely on a higher power or power greater than yourself. Doesn't have to be any particular, just whatever works for you. Could be a blade of grass or a tree, whatever you can use, if even if it's the drug, right? Well, so she got a little frog tattoo to remind her to fully rely on God. And so after she passed, I went and got a frog tattoo because this, like I said, the same year that my mom passed is the same year that I got sober. And so I had to get my frog tattoo for both my mom and for my sobriety. But that's the one that I would pick. Thank you, Kat. That's the one that I would pick. Is the one with the little frog sitting um in front of the mushrooms or whatever that it's sitting in front of. That would be my pick for an Amazon exclusive because it's really, really cute too. Second, I think would be called the oh, what is it called? It's Pathway to the Moon, Path to the Moon. It's got like a moon like this shape, and then there's a star in the middle of it, and then there's like a zigzagging path that goes to the moon. That one, because that one's really cool too. I enjoy that one. What do we got? 33. Oh, 33, but I don't even know why I looked. I don't know. I kind of promised myself I wouldn't look to see how many people were in the chat, and I did it anyways. Well, whatever. Yeah. I hadn't heard it before that either until my mom told me, and I was like, "Oh," because I asked her. She got it right behind her ear, like a little tiny tattoo right behind her ear, and I was like, "That's a interesting place to get a tattoo." And she's like, "Well, every time I brush my hair, I see it in the mirror." And I was like, "Oh, that makes sense." Okay. And I'm like, "Why'd you get a frog? That's a weird little thing for you to get." And she said, "Well, because it stands for fully rely on God." And I was like, "Oh, cool. Okay." I remember this woman that I used to take care of at work has since passed. She was in her late 90s by the time she passed, but when she turned 95, she went and got her first tattoo, and it was a ladybug tattoo. I forget what exactly the lady was for, but she and her, like, all the way down generations, because of course she was in her late 90s. Um, I think down to like great granddaughter, all of the ladies went and got ladybug tattoos at 95 years old, getting her first tattoo. I was like, that's pretty BA, man. Just super BA. I have this like feeling I better keep it kind of PG for the afternoon. We'll have to leave out aliens from our conversations in the afternoon, I guess. Um, but yeah, so anyway, all of that. I would also get, oh, what's the other one? Tats at 95 are cool, man. Hi, Hazel. How are you doing? It's a little hand symbol. Driving at a red light, just lurking. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Keep driving, but be safe. Be very, very safe. Scorpio's got to check the mail. So tell me, those of something, what are you working on currently? What do you got going? What are your WIPs? Now, if you're on here and you were on the live stream, the 24-hour live stream, and you have not yet sent me a picture of your WIP from that particular event, even if you're a little farther ahead now than what you were then, send me a picture, please. I want to I'm going to do like maybe next week sometime, end of this week, next week, beginning of next week. I'm thinking about I want to do a like what I learned from, after reflecting over it for a week, what I learned from diamond painting for 24 hours. And I want to share pictures of like people's works in progress. So if you're not sure how to spell what my email is and then how to spell it, it's HouseOfMiscellania, all one word. And I believe like if you look at my username or my channel name, that's how you spell it. HouseOfMiscellania@gmail.com. Uh-oh. Well, I don't understand why she needs to shove it into your mailbox. You're going to start on Starry Night. Now, is that Diamond Dots Starry Night? Okay, and then Diamond Dots Twisted Blossoms. Is that Diamond Art Club? Or is that just a thing? Raina from Diamond Art Club arrived on my doorstep. Ooh. Yeah, she's beautiful. And Lizette Crafts and Tells, she's got Raina in her passion project, Light to Dark, and she mentions that Raina looks like Rihanna. And I kind of see it. I kind of see it a little bit in there. But she's beautiful. She's on Amazon too. She's available on Amazon. And then I have not seen Diamond Art Club in Walmart, but there's diamondartclub.com. I'll write in the one sticky spot that I have right there. I missed a 2, so I got to put that. But yeah, I was not aware that they were on walmart.com. I guess they're in Joann Fabrics. I haven't gone into a Joann's in a hot minute, so I'd have to go look. But they're in Joann Fabrics. They're on QVC. Well, we're on QVC. I don't know if that's a ongoing partnership with QVC or how that's going to work. Because I thought it was going to be exclusive to QVC bundle, but I saw at least one of those. The bunny is on Amazon. So maybe it was just the bundles were exclusive to QVC. That could be right. That could be it. Yeah, and you know what? Not everybody's group is for everybody, I find. Because certain people make certain comments and then it's either well received or ignored entirely or whatever. But yeah, I mean, not everybody's gonna be for everybody. I like her stuff. Like I like her content. I like the idea of being very transparent about how she buys things or how she like what she's working on or whatever. I like that. Because I found that too often we lie to ourselves even about what we're spending or what we're what we're doing and not being completely transparent about it. And that's not to say that everything needs transparency. There are obviously some things that could just you can keep to yourself. But I do think that she's definitely like she's got an idea there, you know what I mean? I don't know that I could do what she did and detox my entire D-stash or my D-stash, my entire stash before, like, buying anything else, like, that's very cool she did that. It's not really something I'm looking to do, but yeah. Yeah, yep, I agree, Kat. Something about the gays, there's something Gaze, not the gays, I would not refer to them as the gays. Jeez, Beans, what is he down there barking about? They'll work it out or they won't. I don't know. Probably he needs to go to the bathroom and they're just ignoring him because they're on a computer or doing whatever they're doing. Little buttholes. It's okay. That right there, though, is the reason why I've been afraid to do an afternoon cast. But at least if I'm downstairs, um, with him, I'll be able to right away, like, address what he needs, you know what I mean? Or figure something out for him. I can give him a chew or something like that, keep him busy if I need to. He loves, like, yak cheese chews, but they're really hard to find. Where did that just go? Maybe it didn't come off of here. Um, they're hard to find. I have, like, there's one particular pet store that sells them. I've never found them at Walmart. Not that I would really, like, trust Walmart for yak cheese. I don't know. I'm weird that I don't like to shop at Walmart if I don't and like if I don't absolutely have to. But there's one pet store in particular, and then there's like the Pet Smart. But he loves yak. It's the only treat besides butcher bones that I've found. Oh, uh-oh. All cats do go to heaven. Oh, oh, that's sweet. I just lost a kitty cat in February. Well, technically, it was my son's kitty cat. He'd had a connection with that cat. Chicken was her name, from the time that she was born, and she was just the sweetest little kitty cat in the whole world. And it was a really hard lesson for him because he lost her on his 18th birthday, and it was sort of like a, "Hey, slap, slap, wake up, you're an adult," which is not a very fun lesson for any of us, you know what I mean? Like, ever in our lives. But he definitely got like a rude wake up, you're 18 sort of abrupt slap to the face. Uncool. But so yeah, I love that one. I saw the Dakota Dayweiler that Dakota was working on last night during Kara's live stream. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Um it's about her dog crossing the Rainbow Bridge. Just really gorgeous. Gonna be a gorgeous piece when it's all the way finished. It was already gorgeous, not finished. So when she finishes it, it's gonna be lovely. Oh, time, stretch time. If you need a stretch, get up and stretch. Yeah. Okay. Now, Scorpio moon. Um, I didn't get her. She's on my wish list and I really want to get her, but Golden, I think she's called, from Diamond Art Club. She was the one that was a release for Black History. Along with there was a couple of them, but her in particular, um, she was a release for Black History Month, and she's just this beautiful chocolate goddess with gold all over her face and like just these plump red beautiful lips. Um, I don't know if it's sold out, but man, that one is a gorgeous image. A gorgeous image. Because you're right. There's not a whole lot of unfortunately, a whole lot to choose from people of color wise in diamond art, which is unfortunate. And I felt like that was something that Craftably did very well. Distracted by Diamonds, I feel also does very well to feature people of color. So I don't know if you've ever shopped with Distracted by Diamonds, but Craftably's closed, but Distracted by Diamonds has people of color. Because I keep an eye on that too. I am not a person of color, obviously, but I feel like equal representation is incredibly important. Who's it by? It was a newer, hold on. It was a newer artist. I'd never heard of the artist before. Let me go take a peeky through my wish list really quick though. Um, and see if she's still for sale too. She's absolutely stunning. It's more like a realism. It's like a portrait of a person. It looks like a real, it's called Golden. It's $59.99. It is available on Diamond Art Club right now. Um, I will copy and send you a link right now. Oh, Claire. Oh, surprise, surprise. And yeah, Distracted by Diamonds also should have people of color. Um, Jade, yeah, Jade has a few and they're really confetti. But Golden is absolutely stunning, just gorgeous. I'm like, everything about her vibe, her whole everything. Like the gold on the face is such a beautiful match for her just gorgeous chocolate skin. When I saw that piece, I literally remember gasping like, "Oh my gosh, so beautiful, so gorgeous." And I know there was a mention on, at least on the Reddit Diamond Art Club page, where there was a person of color, who was a bit upset that, the representation of people of color is almost always white artists, and where are the black artists and or people of color artists, and it's like I obviously I have nothing to say about that. I'm allowed, sure, to have an opinion, but really should keep it to myself, sort of thing. Like, it's not for me to, I 100% agree and feel similarly, but it's not for me. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's like, I don't know, just not a lot of artists of color on offer, I guess. I don't know. Is it because they don't have any, people of color that have been like, "Yo, show my art," or a lot of the like purchase, like us customers that are like, "Yo, stock this person," or whatever. Trend, yeah. Yeah. And yeah, she was big mad. She was really, 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 really mad. And I understandably, like I said, I don't disagree. I don't disagree. Raw sushi, yeah, they have to exist. Right. They have to exist first and foremost. So, um it's hard. It's hard. But that piece in particular, Golden, was just ugh. Yeah, and the art has to fit the aesthetic. And that's the other thing too, like everything that they put up, they kind of put up for vote. I mean, sure, I'm sure there's things that Diamond Art Club puts up that were never voted on or whatever. But most, at least from the way it seems, they have votes on most of the stuff. And if nobody votes on it, I mean, I do. This last round, if I saw anything that depicted a person of color, I voted on it. I didn't even care if I didn't like the artwork. I voted on it anyways because representation. That's why, because it's important. And I feel like, you know, I'm very grateful that they even have like a Black History Month sort of deal. Do I think it's necessarily enough? I don't know. I don't know. It's not for me to say because it's not for me. But if somebody was to say it didn't feel like enough, I maybe would agree with them. You know what I mean? And I feel like everybody can get better. I feel like everybody can do better, you know? And with Eau Claire Studio too, it's hard to say if that was a person of color as the artist or not because they have so many like they work with so many different people. What is that? I don't think I've worked with that color before. I have not. That's a new color. Ooh, doo-doo brown. Michelle, if you don't it's not on the VIP page, it's on the regular Diamond Art Club Facebook page. They do a vote. I don't know how often, but they do a vote and oh my gosh, options for skin tones would be so freaking cool. Sorry, I got distracted by what Kat said. um it would be really 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 cool if like instead of like one that we could select between squares and rounds, that would be rad on every piece. And then two that you could like maybe, and it would suck because you know it would have to be an extra charge or whatever that you want to do this particular subject matter, but you want to do it in XYZ skin tone. So it would almost be like a custom order, but I mean that would be really really cool. So that you wouldn't have to go through and because I've seen a couple of people, what's her name? Amalia? Okay, because I'm a new YouTuber and because I've been watching a lot of new YouTubers for diamond painting, YouTube shows me a lot of new YouTubers. And one, I think it's Amalia does crafting. She is also a person of color. She's got the most beautiful just vibe about her. And she has a custom that she did of her husband um as a knight in shining armor that she did for an event. And then she has recharted, I can't remember what painting it was. She recharted the painting so that it was a person of color and it was absolutely gorgeous. But I think maybe it's Amalia's colorful. I cannot remember. Hold on a minute. Now I got it. It's gonna bug me. It's gonna bug me until I know what her username is. Subscriptions. It's like Amalia's World or Amalia's. Oh, where are you, Amalia? She doesn't have very many subs. I know she's trying to get to 1,000 also. Um, oh, where is she? Where Amalia's World of Colors. Amalia's World of Colors. Here, I'll share her page. Tell her if you go on there, she's not going to know who the hell I am, but tell her House of Miscellania sent you. Yeah, Scorpio moon. That's true. That is true. Everybody finds a reason to get their undies in a bundle. It's unfortunate, but it's true. People just feel the need to get all scrappy about something. The world of colors, and she's just very sweet. She had her daughter. Oh my god, her daughter finished a diamond painting, and she had her daughter do a post review on her own diamond painting, and it was the cutest freaking thing in the whole freaking world. It was adorable because her daughter. I don't know how old her daughter is, but she homeschools, and her daughter is like just giving it. She's just serving it. Sounds like a little pro. It's very, very cute. Very cute. But yeah, because I'm a small YouTuber and I check out small YouTubers, it keeps sending me small YouTubers. And so I find some gems and then I find some not gems too. Like, that was how I found Marissa. So I found Amalia. I found a couple of like angry lady. Those who know. Angry lady. I found her because of that. Because it was like, oh, you like small YouTubers? Let me show you this small YouTuber. And I was like, ooh, please don't show me this one. This one's too mad for me. She's big mad all the time. But yeah, I've been enjoying that. That I get to see some really interesting interesting takes on the art. And sometimes they're really good and it's like, man, why are you so hidden? I wish everybody saw you. Um how to rechart skin tone? You don't think you're ready? Oh, well, yeah. Well, because yeah, she doesn't. I've noticed on her channel she talks about like recharting a lot of her stuff, like even with just ABs and whatever. I personally, I don't think I would be too scared to enhancements and stuff. So, but man, I was looking and I love I love Tmall. I love Tmall and I love everything from DP with sparklers. But like, oof, I don't know that I can afford the $60 or 60 $46 price point of an enhancement kit for certain things, like or anywhere from 26 to like it seems like 46. I just can't afford that price point right now. But I would love to. I would absolutely love to. I want to get upgrades for a lot of the things that I have. I think it would be genuinely awesome. I just yeah, it's just not in my budget right now. And if I felt confident enough, I did put I did put some micas on my Amazon wish list. One in particular, one is like a I don't know, it's like a 44 pack or something of different micas because I do still intend to try and um make pens. Um but so for that, I couldn't find the acrylic that I was or the resin epoxy that I was looking for. But eventually that might go on there someday. But I put the micas on there. One in particular, it's like a blush color something peach. And it's not really super like sparkly. I got that for the light spots where I have some gapping in Ajisai. So I'm going to if I don't receive it, then I'm going to buy it and I'm going to try and do a video to show people like how to do it because somebody had asked me, "Hey, if you do end up putting mica in that, can you show me?" So I'm going to yeah, that's my plan. Is if I get it, then I'm going to show other people how I did it. And if it works, all the better. But I thought that matched the best with the spot where I'm seeing the most and it was a very neutral tone. So let's see how that goes. Once once I ever have the opportunity to buy it or receive it as a gift, I'm gonna try it. Try it out. And then yeah, I guess I'm watching for a chair. I don't know because it doesn't tell me like, hey, somebody bought something off your wish list, it's on the way, which I think is silly because what if, you're like me and you live in maybe not an awesome neighborhood where people steal stuff off your porch, slowly dabbing diminishing bling ups. Yeah. Yep. Rhinestone goddess creation. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Okay. I don't think it's in the VIP group though. I think it's just in the regular group. I'm almost positive. Do I have an upload slash whip schedule? Oh no, does she have an upload whip schedule? Um, but yeah, so yeah, what was I saying? Oh, um, yeah, so I want to be able to enhance things. I want to do that mica fix on Aji side because that's the only thing, literally the only complaint that I have about the piece. And I find that really that's just normal, like that's a normal thing people have issues with is the gapping in light colors. That's nothing compared to the gapping that I have just generally in the one piece I'm working on from another company, but that's a whole other story. I don't think it's a VIP. I think it's literally just the regular one. Muttnut, what's up? No, you're good. I'm only gonna be on for like another 15 minutes just because I gotta go to my oldest daughter has a orchestra concert at her college and she has a singing solo, and if I miss it, she will destroy me. So it's at 7. I've just got to my time. It's at 7 my time, and I got to make sure that I have enough time to like get myself dressed. Maybe I don't know, put some deodorant on my underarms so that I'm not stanking up the place, and put on a bra so I don't scare people away. Man, if I didn't have to wear a bra ever, seriously. And I know people will be like, well, if you just don't do it. No, I can't. I can't do that. I'm sorry. Wish I could. Wish I could. Can't do it. Cannot do it. Can't do it. It took me a long time to get into the VIP group, and I had to reach out to Diamond Art Club personally because the email that I use for my orders and the email that I use for are two different ones. And so they're like, nope, can't do it. I had to email them and say, hey, I'm trying to get into the VIP on Facebook. This is, they also want it to have like even some portion of your name from like the email or your actual name before they want to put you on. So like mine is Naomi House of Rainbows. And then when I got it switched over to that, and then like I said, I emailed them and then they were able to add me because otherwise the reason that they weren't adding me was because the names weren't matching up. And so they were like, you don't belong in the VIP group. We do not recognize this name or this email address. So I was like, oh, let me fix that for you. Uh-oh. Phone's glitching. Um, let me one more time throw up a link to the Discord for those people who have not been able to get into the Discord. The reason is that Discord like auto expires links. Um, it auto expires links for whatever weird reason. Safety measures, probably, who knows. So if you were trying to get in on an old link, that's why. Uh, I would have to literally go on to that community post and then um it would have to I would have to go on the community post and then refresh it every couple of hours. So that's why it's not working for everybody. It took me a hot minute to figure that out, and then I confirmed it with somebody who was like, "Yeah, that's just Discord." I was like, "Oh. Oh. Well, that makes sense because it was working for people right away." And then I would be told like a day later, like, this link isn't working. I'm like, what the deuce, man? So yeah, got to figure it out. It's Discord. Discord does that. And then I did end up because somebody asked me if I would start like a chat page, like a text chat page for people. So I did that. But I think even if you don't want to get in on like the actual talking part of the group chat, like voice chat thing, you don't have to talk if you don't want to. It's up to you. But for the rest of us, I figured we could have a voice chat if we wanted to. They do that for Tim and Carrie's lives, Leopard Leatherworks. They open up their chat in the Discord, and then anybody who's on can chat with each other while watching the live, which I tested the other day. All right. I'll see you soon, okay? Cuz I like I said, I'm going to be getting off of here in about like the next 10 minutes or something, but I'm glad that you made it home safe, my dear. But yeah, so anybody who wants to join the Discord, you can do that. I'm going to try and figure out when I'm going to do a voice or whatever on there. There's probably a way that I can open it up along with this at the same time, like when I'm doing my lives, so that if people wanted to go on there and voice chat while we're in the group, because that's what they do. I'm sure I could probably figure that out. Whoop, sorry. Bumped ya. Well, so much for finishing this square in time. I just don't think that's going to happen. It's okay. I'll be back on here, back on this painting later, and I will be working on it again. Whoop, one more. Still learning Discord. That's okay. You don't have to. You will not have to voice chat, but there's plenty of people on there already that have been posting back and forths and chatting with each other. So you want to introduce yourself, get to talking to each other, meeting and whatnot. Many of the people that are on there currently are people that were in the 24-hour live, like a lot of the time. You'll recognize a lot of the names I did. And I figure the only people that are really going to go to a whole other, I was talking to Sarah about this earlier, the only people that are really going to go on to something like Discord and join are going to be the people that, are really want to be a part of the community anyways. You're not going to see a whole lot of the like random one-offs joining a group like that. I wouldn't think. So if you're in the mood for some community, that is where to get it. Because I don't really do a whole lot with Facebook. I don't have that kind of time. Whereas Discord, I can go in there real quick, like do a little something. But I don't have the time to devote to learning all of Facebook's in and outs. I just don't. And so I would much rather that things are on the Discord than on the Facebook. Personally, I mean, really the only reason I have a Facebook is so that I can get in touch with other people about, like business stuff and whatever. So that there's a way to reach me if people need to. But yeah. Yeah, like I said. Yeah, you can upload it on the Discord. Just will you poke me, Michelle, and remind me that it's there instead of emailing it? I'll see it come up, but just send me a message on there and go, "Hey, I posted this for the live." And then I'll remember. Because I won't be able to get to it until I get back home later. But I'll add it. I'll go on there and download it with the rest. But yeah, so I figure, yeah, the people that'll show up on the Discord are going to be people that really want to be there. And if you want to do the voice chatting, you can. If you don't, you don't. Totally fine. Your participation is really all up to you. But there's lots of posts on there. People are posting what they're working on, posting hellos and talking about themselves, who they are, where they're from, all that fun stuff. Yeah, there's been a lot of changes. Oh my God, I haven't been on there in 5 years. And then I get on there and I'm like, what even is all of this crap? I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I could barely figure out how to send a message. They wanted me to download a messenger app separate from Facebook. It's like, wait, Facebook Messenger is completely separate? Why? Used to be it would all be connected to each other, and it is connected, but you have to download the app in order for it to work at all. So I was like, okay, cool. I guess I'll do that. Some of these browns in here are really cool looking. P or N? We'll go with P. I think I can finish P in the next 5 minutes. I can finish P in the next 5 minutes. I said it. Yeah, and the D stash groups. I can't get into those either because I don't know if it's a name thing or what. I can't get into any of them, so I miss out on everything basically. There we go. Carol will tell me about certain things that are up and on sale, and then it's like, man, one of my unicorns, and I can't get on there. Grr. So she's told me, like, I'll pick it up for you if I see it. And then by the time that she ends up getting to it, it's gone. Like biscuits. Someday, I'll tell you. Someday I will own Surreal Blues and frickin' Dreamscape. They'll be mine. They will be mine. And Mystery 47, but I'm not really counting on that one. I don't think that's gonna happen. I cannot believe that the one person sold it for $80. That's ridiculous. She obviously just wanted rid of it because like that's a little redonk. All right, let's see here. Whoop. Can't do it. Got on Facebook to join. Yeah, same. It was like I saw it early on and I was like, okay, I'll get back on there so I can go on the VIP page. But then it took me 4 months, I think, to get on the VIP page. And I was like, dang it. That's not what I wanted. Taking all that time. And I feel like also the vibe on Facebook for community is it's especially for like the diamond painting community, that's also its own vibe. You know what I mean? It's all the way its own vibe. So it is what it is. Uh Nuh-uh. No, you're not. Don't tell lies. Scorpio moon, don't tell lies. Because it's not available right now on Diamond Art Club. It's sold out. Dreamscape is also sold out. And if this is something you're talking about from your stash, I will cry straight tears if you somehow are sending that to me. I will cry actual for real tears. And then that sucker will get kitted up and started work on like pretty shortly after it arrives at my house. Try to Follow is one that I have in my stash, and that one I will work on, but I'm waiting for 1,000 subscribers. Like that one, I'm specifically waiting for 1,000 subscribers. And then I will kit it up and I will work on it. I'll kit it up live and I will work on it. But my husband told me, get 1,000 subs and then you can work on Try to Follow. And I was like, shouldn't I just hang on to it? And, what if we meet sometime, da 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 da. Lord. I love that piece so, oh my gosh, so much. Anything really by Color Out of Place is just my jam. 100% my jam. There's a DP with sparklers enhancement for that I was eyeballing, and yeah. I will literally wet all over myself, just pee everywhere. All the pee. Speaking of pee, I am done with the letter P, and it is 5:59 my time. But okay, so thank you guys for popping in. If you enjoyed this live, I can 100%, I'm going to do this again next Tuesday and see how it goes. And if this continues to work out and be a thing, then we're going to make Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Central Time a thing. and it'll be an afternoon so that, people can get involved on an afternoon thing because there's just nothing happening in the afternoons on or on YouTube. So it'll be a plan. If I think this worked out, I feel good about it. Send me an email, Scorpio. Yeah, I'll check you an email. And then I'm gonna go get ready for my daughter's thingy and yeah, and go to the concert. But otherwise, guys, I will see you again. Well, I'll be live on Twitch on Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And then I have Coloring Books Will Travel. You're catching us right at the end. I'm sorry. But yeah, I will be on the Twitch at 7:30 p.m. Central on Thursday, and then probably I usually do Thursday and Saturday on Twitch. I've thought about moving the Saturday to YouTube, which I'm going to try this week and see how it goes. If it'll let me broadcast to both, I might try that. But otherwise, definitely the next time I'll be live will be on Twitch, 7:30 on Thursday. And then otherwise, I will be live on Tuesday next week at 4 p.m. Central. I thank you guys for joining me as ever. I hope that wherever you are in this great, big, beautiful world, that you are having a wonderful morning, evening, or afternoon. Much love to you guys always and forever. Dazzlers, I'm out.